Yeah, okay, very good, Robert. Yeah, as soon as I'm done eating here, I'll take over the net there. I appreciate you opening it up here. And yeah, I haven't heard from Robert in a couple months now about the net here, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But anyways, you get her started, and I'll take over as soon as I'm finished eating here. Thanks, Robert. VE1CA, VE1JBL.
Okay, Jim, no problem at all there. Take your time. VE1CA here will be beginning here in 30 seconds.
Okay, I'll be ready here in about 10 seconds. Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Maritime Fusion Net. Before we get started, do we have any emergency or priority traffic for the net? Hey, this is Victor Echo 1 Charlie Alpha, filling in here temporarily. My name is Robert, and I'm located in Oxford, and I'll be your net controller. Like I said, just temporary here. This net meets every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Atlantic time in the CQ Maritime's room 60207. The net is open to all amateurs in the Maritime provinces and is scheduled for 1 hour. This net is also being live streamed on my YouTube channel. Just look for Rob and VE1RMJ. That's Rob space Victor Echo 1 Romeo Mike Juliet. And that's so everyone can follow along with the net and participate in the chat room. Amateurs will be called in by province. When you check in, please give us your call sign using proper phonetics, please. After Maritime stations have checked in, stations from outside the area will have a chance to check in as well. A reminder that due to a delay in the system, key up for a second or two before transmitting, and also keep your PTT button on for a second after your transmission has finished. Okay, before we get started, is there any announcements for the net? Okay, hearing nothing, we will begin here with calling in short time and mobile stations first. So, short time and mobile stations only, please. Call now.
Echo 1 Alpha Sierra. Rod.
Victor Echo 1 Delta Echo Sierra, 81 DES. VE1 Foxtrot Sierra Mike, short time.
Okay, so far for short time and mobile stations, I have VE1 Alpha Sierra, VY2 Golf Foxtrot, VE1 Delta Echo Sierra, VE1 Foxtrot Oscar X-Ray, and VE1 Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Was there any other short time or mobile station? Okay, we'll go to the top of the list. VE1 Alpha Sierra. Terry, come on in.
Rob, no traffic. Got a nice signal. VE1 Alpha Sierra.
VE1 Alpha Sierra, VE1 Sierra. Okay, Terry, thanks for the check-in and have yourself a great evening. 7-3. Next station we have is, oops, let me get the right station here. VY2 Golf Foxtrot. George, come on in.
Well, good evening, Robert, and everybody on the net, and thank you for doing the net. Well, a bit of a dismal day, but getting all set for a weekend at Point Prim. Bernie, VE9 BTC, and myself are going to activate the lighthouse for the International Lighthouse Lightship Weekend, and we'll be starting to set up around 9 o'clock on Saturday morning, and we should be there on about 3 o'clock Sunday afternoon. Anyway, I hope everybody has a good week, and we'll certainly look forward to the net next Wednesday. Victor Yankee 2 Golf Foxtrot.
VY2 Golf Foxtrot, VE1CA. All right, George, well, good luck with that activation, and I wish I was on the island this weekend. It's not that far from girlfriend's place there. So good luck with the activation there, and 7-3. All right, next station we have here is Victor Echo 1 Delta Echo Sierra. Donnie, come on in.
V1 Charlie Alpha, V1 DES. Hi, Rob. Hi, all the folks that are going to be checking in, all those who have checked in so far. It's been a fairly nice day today. Set outside a good part of it. Getting ready for some, I guess they're saying periods of rain for Thursday and Friday and Saturday. On to the rain without all that other light show that goes on. Would cause a lot of problems in different places. Don't need any of that, but the soil should be damp enough to stop that from causing any damage. Have a good evening, good weekend. We'll hear you later. V1 Charlie Alpha, V1 DES.
VE1 DES, VE1CA. All right, Donnie, well, thanks for checking, and you have yourself a great evening, 7-3. And now we go to Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot, Oscar X-Ray. Curtis, come on in.
Victor Echo 1, Charlie Alpha, with the Maritime Fusion Net. Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot, Oscar X-Ray here in 3 Mile Plains. Good evening to you, Robert. Good evening to all other operators on this evening. Well, we had a pretty fair day there. It was nice out there, 23, 24 degrees there. It wasn't bad. She's still holding right at 21 here this evening, so there you go. And yesterday we had a cloud funnel form in 3 Mile Plains. I thought we were going to see a big tornado all start up, but it didn't form that big enough to cause it. So anyways, the first a cloud funnel in Nova Scotia that I've seen anyways in 3 Mile Plains. So there we go, Robert. New things happening every day there, that's for sure there. Anyway, that's about it. Not much more happening there. We do have company here, so we thought we'd get in, get out early. And besides, the ears are still bugging us, so we can't get rid of them. I guess we're going to live and die with that. Take care, Robert. Thanks for calling me in. Thanks for doing the net, and it's always great to get on this fusion, that's for sure. So Victor Echo 1, Charlie Alpha. Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot, Oscar X-Ray, Wolf Clear, and everybody have a great evening. Back to you, Robert. 7-3.
Oh, VE1FOX, VE1CA. All right there, Curtis. Thanks for checking in. Yeah, there's always something new out there going on. Anyway, you take care and have a good evening. 7-3. All right, and next on the list is Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Frank, come on in.
VE1 Charlie Alpha, VE1 Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Good evening, Rob.
evening to everybody else on net tonight. And beautiful day out today. Although, like the gentleman said, we get some rain coming this weekend. Not a lot, just enough to make a nuisance of itself. And of course, it's today, Sunday. I think I'm going to try to reline the flue, so that should make for an interesting day. Anyway, no real traffic, Rob. Just more or less popping in to say hello to you and everybody else and to remark for the book. So back over to you. VE1 Charlie Alpha, VE1 Foxtrot CR Mike.
Oh, VE1 FSM, VE1 CA. Okay, Frank. Well, best of luck with everything there, and thanks for the check-in, and have a good evening, 7-3. Okay, that's at the bottom of the list of short-time stations, so we're going to call in anybody in PEI. Any PEI stations, please call now. One more time, anybody in Prince Edward Island that would like to check in, please call now. Alright, hearing no response, we'll go to New Brunswick. Any New Brunswick stations that would like to check in, please call now.
Victor Echo 9, Oscar Sierra Kilo, V9 OSK.
VE1 Tango United. Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor.
And VE1 Tango United. Any other New Brunswick stations, please call now.
Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor. Victor Echo 9, Papa Alpha Lima.
Okay, we also had a VE9 MTV and VE9 PL. One more try for New Brunswick stations.
Victor Echo 9, Oscar Sierra Kilo, V9 OSK.
Yeah, and VE9 OSK, I got you at the first there, and Tango United. So, if you MTV and PAL, so we'll go here and actually take you first. Victor Echo 9, Oscar Sierra Kilo. Go ahead there, Oscar.
V1 Charlie Alpha, V9 Oscar Sierra Kilo. Good evening, Rob, and everybody on the Fusion Net tonight. I didn't hear my call there when you said it. I must have missed it somehow. I just heard the second one there. So I thought you missed me, so I sent another one. Sorry about that. Nothing much going on. Beautiful day today, and it's supposed to be nicer tomorrow here. Anyway, big cloudy this morning, but the temperature's nice, so I guess we're going to enjoy it. It's August, so we're going to take all the heat we can have there. Thanks for doing that, and thanks for calling me in. 7-3 from Victor Echo 9 Oscar Sierra Kilo, India.
Oh, VE9 OSK, VE1C. Okay, Oscar, great to have you in there, and you have yourself a good evening, 7-3. Now we'll go to VE1 Tango United. Dennis, come on in.
VE1 Charlie Alpha, this is VE1 Tango United in Fredericton. Good evening, Rob. Good evening to all on the net. Well, today we had kind of cloudy all morning. No rain that I saw, but very cloudy, and then about 3 o'clock it cleared up and we had sunshine. Quite warm. It was about 31 out on my deck, so a little too warm to sit out. So we had the air on inside, and we didn't do too much inside. You just got the day in. Back to you, Rob. This is V1 Tango United.
Oh, VE1 Tango United, VE1C. Okay, Dennis. Well, thanks for the check-in, and you have yourself a great evening, 7-3. Now we'll go up to VE9 Mike Tango Victor. Mike, come on in.
Yeah, VE1 CA with the CQ Maritime Net, Maritime Fusion. Good evening, Rob. Good evening to everybody on the net. And Paul up. And yeah, very good. Yeah, beautiful weather, and also like to send my best wishes there to the Halifax Club. They're celebrating their 90th anniversary there weekend. Also, they're having a sort of a forum there with RAC annual general meeting there tomorrow afternoon. Saturday afternoon around 3 p.m. Sorry, I won't be able to make it. We're having a club meeting here Saturday morning, so it's kind of important. So I have to go to that, and stuff to do around the house there. So we will be won't be able to go, but I wish everybody a good turnout there. And also we're started planning for the Moncton area flea market coming up there the 23rd of September. So we'll just keep that in mind. That's the Moncton flea market coming up, and that'll be on the 23rd of September. So hopefully see you guys all there. Other than that, have a good net there, Rob, and nice to hear everybody on the net. 7-3. VE1CA, VE9MTV.
Oh, VE9MTV, VE1C. Okay, Mike. Well, thanks for checking in and passing along the info. Yeah, congratulations to the Halifax Amateur Radio Club for that many years. And I unfortunately can't make it. It would have been nice to partake in, but I'm not able to make it there this weekend. So good stuff. Thanks for the check-in, and have yourself a good evening. 7-3. And now we'll go to Victor Echo 9, Papa Alpha Lima. Paul, come on in.
Yeah, VE1CA, this is V9PAL. How you doing there, Robert? And my neighbor Mike and everybody else on the net. 21 degrees here. I put some metal on the top of the shed there, so almost got her done. She'll be done tomorrow. Just got another sheet to put on there in the ridge cap, so I'll be done. Anyway, you guys all take care and have a great week. V9PAL.
V9PL, VE1CA. All right, Paul, well, thanks for the check-in, and have yourself a good evening. 7-3. Okay, now we're going to open to Nova Scotia. Any Nova Scotia stations that would like to check in, please call now.
Victor Echo 1, Golf Papa.
Victor Echo 1, India, Quebec.
Victor Echo 1, Golf Uniform Yankee.
Victor Echo 1, Juliet Whiskey.
Victor Echo 1, Echo Papa Delta.
Victor Echo 1, Juliet Sierra.
Okay, all right, Jim, get your pen ready. So far, for Nova Scotia, I have Victor Echo 1, Golf Papa, Victor Echo 1, India, Quebec, Victor Echo 1, Golf Uniform Yankee, Victor Echo 1, Juliet Whiskey, Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima, and Victor Echo 1, Echo Papa Delta. Was there any other Nova Scotia station we missed?
Victor Echo 1, Charlie Tango Portable.
VE1 CTE portable.
Okay, and I got VE1 Charlie Tango portable. Robert, we have you down to do the net there tonight. Are you capable to take over there, or do we gotta leave it there to Jim?
Oh, I thought that was scheduled for next week. Actually, I'm just leaving Walmart, heading back to home here. Just had to pick up a prescription, and had to wait until it was done. Yeah. I'll have to recheck that list because, yeah, this would be the second time I've done this. And I don't usually do that. Anyway, yeah, just a little time sensitive heading back towards home here. And you continue on there, sir. I greatly appreciate it there. And if I have to there, I could take someone from next week or something like that there. Hi. Pass back to you. VE1CA, VE1CT portable, 73, and look forward to everyone's check-in tomorrow morning.
VE9 MTV for info.
Anyway, Jim, if you're okay to take over, that would be great, but if not, I could carry on. V1JBL, VE1CA.
Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor info.
VE1CA, VE1JBL. Yeah, okay, Robert, no problem at all. I'm finished supper here, so I'm ready to take over. I have the list here, so I'll start with you. VE1CA, VE1JBL, come on in.
You okay, Jim? Well, good evening to everybody again there. Hi. All right, nothing else to report here. I'll go and start making my supper now, but if anything comes up, let me know. And VE9 MTV's in there with some info for a recheck there. 7-3. And I'll send you the list of people I got before you chimed in there if you need that.
Yeah, okay, Robert. I appreciate you coming in there tonight there and taking it on. And now that I've got supper under me here, I'll take over there. So very good. Thanks very much for that. And before we get started there, Mike, with MTV, with info, go ahead.
Yeah, V1JBL info for Robert, VE9 MTV. I'm supposed to be taking over the Maritime Fusion Net for next week. Switched over with you there at the start of the month there, so just thought I'd mention that. I'm supposed to be doing the net next Wednesday. Back to you, V1JBL, VE9 MTV.
Yeah, very good, Mike. Yeah, I do have myself scratched out, and you're in for me next Wednesday. So absolutely no problem. If you do run into a problem, let me know, Mike, and we can change it back there. But I have you down for next week there, and then I'm on the 30th there. So very good. Thanks, Mike. Do appreciate it, and have yourself a great evening. Okay, I got the list here, so let's start with Gordon, VE1GP, VE1JBL. Good evening.
VE1JBL, 1GP. Good evening, Jim. I got all the call signs sorted out now, I think. Anyway, a nice day down here in Smith's Cove. Really beautiful. Had a nice day working outside. And nice to hear everyone on the net there. You're very loud and clear. It's just great. And my regards to India, Quebec there, Brian, and to Joe and to John. So I have no further traffic, Jim. 7-3, VE1 JBL, VE1GP, 7-3.
Yeah, okay, very good, Gordon. Thanks very much for coming in there as usual, and have yourself a great evening. Good to chat with you. 7-3 without. Excuse me. Let's go down and see Brian, VE1IQ, VE1JBL. Good evening.
VE1JBL, VE1IQ. Good evening, Jim and from Greenwood here. We're just a bit of high cloud up here and a beautiful day, and just sitting back here messing with the computer here, Jim. No traffic from this end. VE1 India, Quebec.
Now, VE1IQ, VE1JBL. Okay, very good there, Brian. Good and everything there. Yeah, it was a beautiful day up here also today. And it's going to be, looks like it's going to be a beautiful evening here, too. So, very good. Thanks very much for coming in, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go all the way down south there and see Joe. VE1GUY, VE1JBL. Good evening.
Well, good evening, Jim. VE1JBL, VE1GUY. Excuse me. Good evening to you and all on frequencies here on the Fusion Net here tonight, here on a Wednesday night. Yeah, it turned out to be a pretty good day here. We had to go to a committal. My aunt had passed there late this winter, early spring, whatever you want to call it. And they just waiting for some better weather to have the committal, so that was going on today. It was supposed to be last week, but something come up, and they changed it to this week. So anyway, so that's where we was today, and that went on around 11 o'clock, 11 until 12. Yes, a little turnout, and everything was good there, and it went well. And other than that, we slipped over to Yarmouth Town and picked up a few things. It wasn't too far. That was in Argyll, actually, and Yarmouth was only 12, 15 minutes away, so we slipped in there and picked up a couple of things, and on the way, we just went over to McDonald's and grabbed ourselves a burger and some fries, of course, and a milkshake. Made it go all the way. So anyway, that was good, so that kind of carried us on. We didn't even bother getting no supper right now. I'm having a coffee and a little snack bar, I guess. Nature's Valley, with them crunches. Anyway, that's it from here, Jim. Thanks for calling me in. You enjoy it. Rest of the evening. VE1GUY.
VE1GUY, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Joe. Good and everything there. And yeah, that just reminds me. Well, I didn't get a chance to get in any announcements there. I was still having supper there. But I was talking to Rob the other day, VE1RCC, who looks after the Yarmouth repeater here. And he was talking with the group down there, and apparently they decided they want the YAR repeater on here all the time. So I guess we can say that from now on, there's another repeater connected full time here in the CQ Maritime Room, VE1YAR. So anyways, anybody looking for stations down in the Yarmouth area, that the link is supposed to be on full time here now. So great to hear, and thanks for Rob for looking after that for sure. So with that, let's move on to Eric, VE1JW, VE1JBL. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Jim. Remember that? Going good so far? Yeah, well, too much exciting recording from here, I guess. I decided to try and resurrect an old packet system that I had here, but spent the afternoon fiddling it up for coffee this morning with one of the other hams, and had a nice visit. I hadn't chatted face-to-face in quite some time, so it was nice to get out and have a little visit, and then I spent the afternoon playing with this old radio, trying to get it hooked up to the computer, but it doesn't want to talk to the computer, so I'm not sure it's working 100% correctly, so we got a couple of commitments on the next 3 or 4 days, so we get another day, we'll have another go at it, but trying to resurrect it so I can maybe get it on WinLink, but that's the long-range goal is to get WinLink up and running and maybe pack it as a subsidiary, or vice versa. But anyway, so that was our 4 or 5 hours this afternoon of frustration between computer and radio and not wanting to shake hands. But anyway, it's past the afternoon. So we're just kind of resting along this evening, and tomorrow heading off to the local zoo. My wife's nephew is here from Ottawa. I'm going to take the granddaughters, and he's here with his 2 kids, and go off to the local zoo and have a little visit at the same time.
Other than that, that's what all we have to offer this evening, V1 JBL, V1 JW.
Yeah, okay, very good, and everything there. Yeah, I knew we were talking the other day there about trying to hook up the old packet system there. So, and if you do get it hooked up, Eric, just a reminder that the group out of Moncton, the Kodiak group out of Moncton, they run a packet system during the net. They kind of are looking after a packet for exercise handshakes. So if you do get it up and running, I'm sure that they'd really appreciate a contact during the exercise handshake there. So just keep that in the back of your mind there if you get it going there for a handshake there. And the information is on the Maritime no, it's on the club, I guess the West Club website there under exercise handshake. Just go in there, and I think there's a bunch of information in there how to connect to them up in Moncton there. So you may want to keep that in mind there for if you get up and running there. Anyways, thanks, Eric. Sure to appreciate it. 7-3 for now, and have yourself a great evening. Let's go down and see Edwin, VE1EDP, VE1JBL. Good evening.
VE1JBL, VE1EPD. Nice to hear the net. And everybody reporting in, that's good. This morning I left at 5:30 for the airport, Stansfield, and there for an hour for delivery, and back home about 2 o'clock or so this afternoon. It was all right. A little bit of fog, a little bit of rain, and a little bit of sun, mostly sun, so that was all right. Nice drive, traffic wasn't all that bad. The E1GB, LVE1EPD.
Yeah, okay, very good, Evan. Thanks very much for checking in there, and good on the drive there. Yeah, we went down on the weekend down to Peggy's Cove there, and I was surprised for a Saturday that it wasn't that busy. I didn't find the traffic as busy. I didn't find that many people at Peggy's Cove as I thought there would be on a Saturday. It was a beautiful sunny day. We went down and then went around Hammonds Plains Road and all the way down through Timberley and down the old highway into Peggy's Cove, and it was you know, the traffic was there, but I didn't think it was nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be for a Saturday. But I had a great time anyway, so very good and everything, and thanks very much for coming in and taking part in the net there tonight, 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, that's one round of Nova Scotia, and I think Robert's already done New Brunswick and PEI, so right now, let's open it up for anybody outside the Maritimes. Anybody outside the Maritimes that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net. Call sign here is VE1JBL. My name is Jim. Stations from outside of the Maritimes for the Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead.
Good evening, Jim. Victor Alpha 3, Quebec, Victor. Bob in Kingston, Ontario. Victor Echo 1, Juliet Sierra.
Okay, I got Bob in there from Kingston. And, John, I got you. Just stand by there. Looking for any stations, again, from outside the Maritimes. Stations from outside the Maritimes. I would like to check into the net here. Call sign here is VE1JBL. Stations from outside the Maritimes. Go ahead, please.
Victor Alpha 6, Foxtrot Papa, VA6FP.
And I got Francis in there. I knew you wrote there someplace, Francis. VA6FP, VE1JBL. We have you down there. Okay, top of the list, Bob, up in Kingston. Very good evening, and great signal coming in there. VA3QB from VE1JBL. Come on in.
Hey, VE1JBL and Maritime Fusion Net, VA3QB. Bob in beautiful Kingston, Ontario. Not much to report, just enjoy listening to a well-run net, so I'd like to try and jump in every week. As always, Jim, you guys are doing a super job down here. You know, glad to see you guys bringing the Maritimes together through Fusion. Makes it a lot easier. Wish the rest of the provinces would do such a good job. Anyway, Jim, that is it for now. Thank you for being there, and thanks for checking me in. VA3QV, back to net control.
Yeah, okay, very good, Bob. Well, good to have you on board there tonight, and do appreciate you coming in and taking part each week there. So nice to hear from Kingston, Ontario, that's for sure. Have yourself a great evening, and thanks again for taking part in that. John, VE1JS, VE1JBL, go ahead.
Yeah, V1 JBL on the net, V1JS. I know I'm not outside Nova Scotia. I'm very much in it. However, thanks for calling me in. My system was acting up again when I tried to get in. I had to restart everything, and it works. I'm not sure what's going on. Anyway, look for you again next week, and hopefully I'll get in when I'm supposed to get in next week. 7-3's all. V1 JBL on the net, V1 JS.
Yeah, okay, very good, John. No problem at all there. Yeah, sometimes it's just better to reboot the whole thing and get it going without trying to figure out what was going on. Just reboot her there. So very good. No, you're sounding great there now. Absolutely no problem. So thanks for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go out to Wainwright and see Francis, VA6FP, VE1JBL.
VE1JBL for the Maritime Fusion Net from VA6FB. Good afternoon to you, or I should say good evening to you, Jim. Keep forgetting where I am here. And everyone back east in the Maritimes. My goodness, nice to hear all the familiar voices, and I'm glad to hear that pretty well everyone's doing well out there. Other than the usual complaints about the weather, lack of rain, I guess that's all I can complain about. We sure could use a bit more, but hey, now we're getting to the harvest season. Farmers don't want too much rain either because it'll only complicate things when that comes around, but they sure could have used a lot more this summer. Man, it was dry. We had got a whole 3.8 millimeters overnight last night. Not a whole lot to talk about, but what can I say? Poor lads are still fighting forest fires in northern Alberta and up into the Northwest Territories, and of course our neighbors in BC as well, so they're having a tough time of it. Wish them well and hope to God they stay safe because we've had enough tragedy so far this summer. Other than that, Jim, no other traffic out of Alberta. We're going to say 7-3 all around, wishing everyone a great week ahead and looking forward to the chat again soon. I'm getting all tongue-tied. Have yourself a great evening, Jim. Take care, and thanks for doing the net and allowing us to check in. 7-3 for now. VE1JBL from VA6FP.
Yeah, okay, very good, Francis. Very good and everything. Yes, I wish we could give you some of our rain from here. They had the news on here last night there, and so many farmers down here have already lost their crops. They're praying that things are going to dry out, but boy, you keep looking at the weather. They keep saying showers, chance of showers every day, and but a lot of crops have been are lost here already. They were talking about the cherry trees. I guess are all dead. They got a frost in early January or February or some kind of a frost that killed all of them off. But yeah, a lot of the farmers are having a hard time this year because of too much rain, and it's just strange. I mean, you go back to April or May, Francis. Of course, that's when all the fires were in Halifax, surrounding areas. We couldn't get any rain, and now we get too much rain. And then there was the flooding all around Halifax in those areas, it's just very chaotic, the weather, that's for sure. You can't count it on it at all anymore. You just got to play it by ear. But anyways, yeah, I wish we could help you out there for sure, because that's just absolutely terrible. I don't know how they're ever going to get those fires out. But anyways, we just hope for the best, and just hope the firefighters stay safe, that's for sure. Anyways, thanks, Francis, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening as always, and we'll be chatting with you again. 7-3 for now. VA6FP, VE1JBL. Okay, with that, we're going to start the second round of Maritime Fusion Net. We're going to go to PEI first. Any stations from Prince Edward Island that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net, this is your time. Go ahead. And again, any stations from Prince Edward Island and anybody out there who's visiting the area for vacation, they do have a Fusion Radio or are listening in to us, we'd love to have you come on board and give us your name, your call sign, and your home location, and how you're making out here on vacation down here in the Maritimes. We'd love to hear from you. So anybody that would like to check in from outside the Maritimes there, that would be great. But right now, we'll call in any other stations, including visitors, over on Prince Edward Island. Anybody on Prince Edward Island would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net, this is your time. Go ahead. Nothing heard. Everybody's outside enjoying the evening over on the island there. So let's go up to New Brunswick. Let's go into New Brunswick for the second round of the Maritime Fusion Net for the province of New Brunswick. Second round for the province of New Brunswick and the Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 9, Golf, Charlie.
Victor Echo 9, Echo Uniform Victor, VE9, EUV portable.
Okay, I got two stations so far. I got VE9GC and VE9 EUV portable. Any other stations from New Brunswick? Any other stations from New Brunswick that like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net? This is your time. Go ahead.
V9 Victor Echo Alpha, V9 Victor Echo Alpha.
And I have Vern on the end there, VE9 Victor Echo Alpha. Let's go to the top of the list. Gordon, VE9GC, VE1JBL on the 991, so I assume you're home. Come on.
Yeah, the one JBL with the Wednesday night Maritime Fusion Net, Victor Echo 9 Golf Charlie. Yes, I'm home this evening, sitting here in the shack and using the 9918. And beautiful evening. It's 19 degrees, sun's all out, all nice, looking good. Had a run down to St. John and back today, so nice travel weather for that. It was kind of late getting on here this evening. We were late having supper, so at 1900 we were just getting ready to sit down to eat. So I said, oh well, if I don't get on the first round, I'll get on the second round. And if I'm not on the second round, well, I'll get the tail end. So no particular traffic. Just wanted to say good evening to you and everybody else that's on and listening. And for those coming up behind me. And yeah, with that, sir, we'll turn it back to you. Oh, like your pictures of Peggy's Cove, by the way. VE1JBL, VE9GC.
VE9GC, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Gordon. Good to hear you in there, and I'm glad you're enjoying the evening there. And yeah, good on everything there. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed the pictures. Yeah, I sent that out to everybody on the club listings anyways. I thought some would like to see some of the pictures there. It's been 20 years since we've been down to Peggy's Cove, Gordon, so I assume there's some club members that probably have been that long or maybe have never been to Peggy's Cove. So I said, okay, I'll make all these up into a gallery and then send it out to them, everybody. So, but anyways, yeah, we had a great time. And we were lucky because it rained Thursday, Friday, Sunday, and Monday, but it was beautiful on Saturday, that's for sure. So we lucked out again. So very good. Thanks, Gordon, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go see Mark. Portable, VE9EUV, VE1JBL. Good evening.
VE1JBL, VE9 EUV portable. Well, good evening, Jim, and everyone else on frequency there. Haven't been on the radio a lot this summer, just, as I'm sure some of you are probably in a similar boat. You get busy doing summer things and kind of put the mics down a little bit, but I got the email and I thought, you know what, I should keep the radio on this evening and listen to the net. So been listening along since the beginning. Was in the house for a little bit, so stepped outside the portable to put the call out. And I don't have a Fusion radio in the shack anymore. I put that in my truck. And, well, my wife's off somewhere with my truck right now with a kid at a ball game. So
Anyway, we just had a little splash of rain here, and it's quite humid. And now that that rain rolled through, it wasn't the best before that, but now it's even worse. I got a little family trip planned here to go to Halifax for the weekend, and I got a cousin that's going to be home visiting his parents. Hasn't been home for a while, so we'll get a chance to see him and do a little exploring around the city. It's been a while, and see what all has changed, which I hear there's constant changes there, especially downtown Halifax, so it should be good to have a little visit back home and look around. Anyway, I won't keep it any longer. Thanks for doing the net, and thanks for calling me in. So everyone enjoy what's left of the summer there, and hopefully everyone stays dry. So 7-3 for now. Back to net control. VE9 EUV, portable.
VE9 EUV, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Mark. Good and everything. Good on trip down to Halifax there. Yeah, we haven't been down. I haven't been down there since, I'm going to say 2018 was probably the last time that I was down in Halifax there. And I know just by watching television and watching the news that there's buildings that have popped up everywhere. There's apartment buildings and office buildings, and they're just growing like mushrooms down there. So yeah, we'll have to take a weekend and get down there one of these weekends. And I always like to go down to Point Pleasant Park and take that in and tour around the city. So it'd be nice to go down there and see all the changes down there for sure. It's been a while, that's for sure. But anyways, thanks very much, and have yourself a great evening, Mark. Thanks very much for coming in. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go up north and see Vern. VE9, VEA, VE1JBL. Good evening, Vern. VE9, VEA. Vern, your turn. Unless you're having trouble with the radio again there. VE9, VEA, VE1JBL. How copy, Vern?
1JBL. I'm copying you fine, Jim, but I guess you didn't copy me, so we'll try one more time. Jim, I just wanted to say great job you're doing since taking over the net there. Of course, Rob was doing a great job, too, so two great net controllers tonight, and always the more the merrier. Anyhow, Jim, the system I know is acting up or not. Just 1 second, I want to check something here, Jim. Do you copy me okay, Jim?
Yeah, Roger, Vern. Yeah, we've got everything you said so far, so it's working now. Go ahead.
We're going. Anyhow, Jim, great day up here, but the temperature was reasonable, so a nice net you're doing, and we certainly appreciate you picking up the net there. So, not too much else to say. We wish everybody on frequency all fine, outstanding, upstanding hams on frequency a great evening and a great wake-up call tomorrow. 7-3 to all, 88 to ladies, a special good evening to scanner listeners. We'll turn it back to you. Oh, yeah, thanks for doing that, Jim. Thanks for calling me one more time and putting up with my foolishness one more time. Hopefully we'll be around again next week to aggravate the airways again. 7-3 all around. 7-3, Jim. Bye-bye.
Yeah, okay, very good, Vern. Good on everything there, and I know you're sounding great there now, so whatever you did, it's working, that's for sure. Anyways, Vern, have yourself a great week, 7-3, and we'll be chatting with you down the log there for sure. Okay, with that, that's the second round of PEI and the second round of New Brunswick, so let's go around and take the second round from Nova Scotia. Any stations from Nova Scotia? I would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net. This is the second round. So stations from Nova Scotia for the Maritime Fusion Net. This is your time. Go ahead.
Victor Echo 1 Zulu Bravo.
U1 Zinix.
Okay, we had a couple stations there. I got Mike, VE1 Zulu Bravo, and Brad, VE1 Zulu X-Ray. Any other stations from Nova Scotia that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net second round? Go ahead, please. Yeah, I think a lot of people are out enjoying the evening. I don't blame them for sure. Anyways, let's go down to Oxford and see Mike. VE1 Zulu Bravo, VE1 JBL. Nice to chat with you again there, Mike. Go ahead.
VE1 JBL. VE1 Zulu Bravo. Good evening, Jim, and good evening, everybody on frequency. Hello to Brad, and hello to Vern there. Yeah, nice evening here in Oxford. Mostly blue sky. It cleared off there sometime this afternoon, I guess. It's too busy to notice when. But anyway, I have a question for you. Have we had any discussion about our meeting? Like if it's going to be in person, online? I'm just wondering what might be the talk about that. Go ahead, on Zoom.
Yeah, okay, very good, Mike. Yeah, good at everything there. Yes, I contacted Robert, Steve, and Mike Johnson, and Ron Bickle, and asked them if they want to go out to the county office and see about setting up something so that we can have our meetings in person, but at the same time have the meetings online. But I've only heard back from Robert, so Robert's available to do it. He's interested in doing it, but I didn't hear back from any of the others, so nothing more at this time. Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I was, talking to Robert there this afternoon. He stopped in here, and so, yeah, okay. Well, we'll keep our ears open and see what's going on. I'm not sure what my thoughts are about that, but we'll just see what transpires. Thanks again. VE1 Zubro.
Yeah, okay, very good, Mike. I personally like to go back to the office again and have our meetings in person. I enjoy that now that we've all got our shots, and I know there's a new COVID variants around and stuff like that, but I'm comfortable with going back to an inline meeting. But it's hard to say. But anyways, that's my thought about it. But I'd sure like to be able to do it live, so that we have so many people in our club, about 75% that are outside the area. That like it would be nice to have it online too. But we'll have to work on that for sure. Anyways, thanks, Mike, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll try and keep you updated on what's going on there for sure. 7-3 for now. Let's get down and see Brad. Speaking of distance for traveling neighbors, VE1 Zulu X-Ray, VE1 JBL. Good evening.
VE1 JBL with the Fusion Net, VE1 Zulu X-Ray. Very good evening, Jim, and good evening to Mike there. And okay on the meetings there, yeah. I don't mind going up, Jim. I usually make it a shopping trip there too. Hi. A little late checking in here. There was a Quebec couple over here on the beach, and when they come up, of course, the front tire on their Dodge truck was flat, and it was a rent a truck, so I don't know if you ever changed the tire on a Dodge Ram, but it's quite complicated. Even had a hard time finding the jack there, but we managed. Even they didn't speak too much English, but we made it okay there. Jerry was over with me, V1 GUP, my son. And we have a new amateur in the area, Jim. And he's going to join the club there. I mentioned our club there, so he'll join likely in September there. His call is Victor Alpha 1, Charlie Alpha Mike, V1 CAM. And his name is Chris McCarty, and he lives in Moose River here, so he's looking forward to joining the club there. He works away most of the time, but I think I got him convinced to give a little handheld there in FT5, and he could take it along with him there. So, and he's a crane operator, so he sits way up high all day, and he'll probably be a great operator there, high. Thanks, Jim, for checking me in, and have a good evening there. V1 JBL, V1 Zulu X-ray, Braden 2 on the vertical.
VE1 ZX, VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Brad. Good and everything there. And yeah, that's great. That's great. Hopefully we'll hear Chris on the air here pretty soon, and hopefully he'll join the club here in the fall. So it'd be nice to have some new members. That's for sure. More the merrier. That's for sure. Thanks, Brad, for coming in. Sure do appreciate it there. Have a great evening down there. I know you will. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, we've completed 2 rounds of the Maritime Fusion Net for the provinces, and so what we're going to do now is just open it up for anybody. Before we close the net, we're going to open it up for anybody anywhere, inside or outside the Maritimes. I would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net. The call sign here is VE1JBL. My name is Jim, located in Tignish Bridge, Nova Scotia. So anybody from anywhere is for the Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead.
VE1 Oscar Lima, VE1 OL.
Well, I guess you with there, Aubrey, VE1OL, VE1JBL. Any other stations from anywhere, inside or outside the Maritimes? I would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net, or any visitors to the area that would like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 1 Alpha India Charlie, V1 AIC.
Okay, Ron, I got you in there, and first I'll take Aubrey here. VE1OL, VE1JBL, and how's things down in Quispam Sis? Aubrey, go ahead.
Yeah, VE1JBL and the net VE1OL. Well, pretty good, Jim, and I'm just about to take Daisy for a walk before it gets dark, and I had a neighbor in, so I couldn't check in earlier. I was going to tell you that I've got a large, beautiful crabapple tree that's starting to drop some of its apples, and it's attracting the deer like you wouldn't believe. And we've got one doe that is traveling around with 3 fawns, if you can imagine that. So I don't know if they're all hers or she's adopted an extra 1 or 2 or what, but man, it's really something to see. And the nice part of it is my dog just sits on the veranda and watches them. Anyway, that's enough from me. Hi to Ron there, and everybody else that's on the net, and thanks for doing it. So 73 is everybody, and back to you, Ron, VE1OL.
Yeah, okay, very good. Aubrey, good and everything, and good on the deer and the dog laying on the deck there. Well, I'll tell you, our Daisy just seen her first squirrel today. There's a squirrel came up on the deck there today, and I told Daisy, I said, come over to the screen door here and have a look at what's out here. So I finally got her over there, and when she saw the squirrel, well, the ears went up and everything, and she started barking, and I let her out. And of course, she chased the squirrel. I remember when Riley chased squirrels for years, never could catch him. So I tried to tell Daisy. I said, "Well, you can chase him, but I doubt very much you're going to catch him." But anyway, she had her first test with a squirrel on the deck here today, and it was quite entertaining. That's for sure, Aubrey. There, so very good. Thanks, Aubrey, for coming in, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. And let's go over to see Ron, VE1 AIC, VE1 JBL. I was losing some of your packets there, Ron. I don't know why, but we did get you in there. VE1 AIC, VE1 JBL. Come on in.
Yeah, excuse me. Okay, Jim. Well, you're sounding good over here. Just finished supper head, or I guess a late supper, watch the news and so on. So I just got the end of the net here. 7-3 to all, VE1 AIC.
Yeah, okay, very good, Ron. Yeah, no problem at all that time. Everything was nice and clear that time. And yeah, we were late also getting into the net here. I had supper there, and Robert CA started the net there, and then I took over from there. So, and I had a couple other amateurs who were saying they were late getting in there because of supper. So there you go. You're not the only one. Anyways, thanks, Ron. Do appreciate it. And thanks very much for checking in. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, another round of stations from anywhere, inside or outside the Maritimes. I would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net. Stations from anywhere. Go ahead, please.
39 VA recheck.
Yeah, V9 VEA with a recheck. Go ahead, Vern.
Jim, I just wanted to check with Aubrey OL to see how Pete's doing. And now I know how Daisy's doing, so I gotta check to see how Pete's doing. V1JBL, V9 Victor Echo Alpha, over.
Yeah, okay, very good. Vern, Aubrey, we're still on there. You want to reply to Vern there?
Yeah, V1OL. Hey, Vern. You know, my Daisy likes to chase squirrels too, Jim, by the way. And it's funny how she tries to creep up on them, and all of a sudden it's too late. Anyway, Vern, in answering your question, my buddy Peter is just great. He knows all kinds of phrases, and this one, as far as I'm concerned, is I love you, Aubrey. But there's many other things. He knows a lot of the neighbors' names and so on, and so he's quite the bird. But thanks for asking, and thanks for letting us back in here, Jim. So over to you, Jim, VE1OL.
Yeah, okay, very good, Aubrey. Good on everything there, and Vern, I hope you got the answer there from Aubrey there, and good on everything there. Okay, let's make this the last round. It is 8:02, so we're not getting many stations in here, so we're going to make this the last call. This will be the last call for the Maritime Fusion Net. Last call for the Maritime Fusion Net for August the 16th. Last call for the Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead, please.
Victor, Echo 3, X-Ray, India Delta.
Okay, I got two stations that time. I got VE3XID Jim and VE3AC Frank. Any other stations? This is last call for the Maritime Fusion Net. Last call. Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 1, November Romeo Lima.
Okay, I have VE1NRL. Any other stations? Last call. This is the last call for the Maritime Fusion Net. Last call. Any other stations? Go ahead. Nothing heard. We'll go with these final three here. Jim, up in, oh boy, Cornwall. I think it's Cornwall. I think that's where you're at. VE3XID, VE1JBL. Come on in.
V1JBL in control. This is V3XID, Jim in Cornwall. And, yeah, just wanted to let you know that, it's not too bad down here. We've had rain for the past several days, and, actually we just had a bit of sunshine come in here, but, we're supposed to go back into the thunder boomers overnight, so humidity is around 51%, so I think we'll survive. Wanted to let Aubrey, VE1OL, know that a little over 45 minutes ago, I was speaking with VE1 Tango Echo on the Florida Gulf Coast talk group, and he was calling for Aubrey, and I told him that Aubrey was probably on this CQ Maritime Net. So anyway, I didn't hear Murray coming in on here, so I guess he must have had something else to do. Anyway, just wanted to let Aubrey know, and we'll say good evening to everybody on the net, and 7-3, and turn it back to net control, V1JBL. Thank you very much for doing the net, Jim, V3X City.
Yeah, okay, very good, Jim. Thanks very much for coming in there tonight there from Cornwall. I do appreciate it. Aubrey, did you get that information from Jim there over? And maybe Aubrey's already gone over to the other net there. So anyways, thanks, Jim. Do appreciate it there. Have yourself a great week. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go up to Sudbury and see Frank at VE3AC, VE1JBL. Come on in. VE3AC, VE1JBL. You still there, Frank? VE3 Alpha Charlie, VE3AC, VE1JBL. Your turn, Frank. Go ahead if you're there. I'm seeing the call come up, Frank. I'm seeing your call come up, but we're not getting any audio here. So I'll let you have a check on that, and I'll bring in VE1NRL. I think that's a new one for me. VE1NRL, VE1JBL. Very good evening. Welcome to the Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead, please.
Good evening. Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima, Victor Echo 1, November Romeo Lima. Yeah, the name's Norman, and I'm in Richfield, which is in southwest Nova Scotia. So, yeah, good to hear you, and good to thanks for calling me in there. Good to be on the net. Still working actually. I just rushed down. I realized it was Wednesday night, net night, and so I almost missed it, but I'm glad I snuck in there, and yeah, I wish everybody a good evening, and 7-3, VE1JBL, VE1NRL.
VE1NRL, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Norman. Thanks very much for taking part in the net there tonight. I'm not sure if this is the first time we've spoken or not, but again, welcome to the Maritime Fusion Net. Good to have you on board. We're here every Wednesday night there, so if we get a chance to come on in and join the party here. And I got you down as in Richfield. Now, is that in Yarmouth County, Norman, or Shelburne County, or where is Richfield? Go ahead.
It actually starts in Digby County. So it's actually the borders right on Digby County line. So I'm in Digby County in Clare Municipality. So it's far enough in the woods to be in up as far as Digby County. So yeah.
Well, very good, very good. Well, that's great. That's great to know we're getting into Digby County there for sure on the Yarmouth repeater there. So good stuff. Very good, Norman. Thanks very much for coming in. And I was talking to the gentleman who looks after this repeater, and they are keeping this repeater connected now to the CQ Maritime's room. So now there's about 8 repeaters that are connected all the time. At any time you're on here, you're talking to all 3 provinces, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and PEI. So just for your information there, Norman. So very good. Thanks very much for coming in there tonight. Hopefully we'll hear you more often there. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, that was the final call, but I will call Frank and see if I can pick him up there. VE3 Alpha Charlie, VE1JBL. How copy now, Frank?
Victor Echo 3, Alpha Charlie. Do you have a copy under there, Jim? Go ahead.
I do have a copy of you this time, Frank. Go ahead.
All right, very good. 1 JBL, Victor Echo 3, Alpha Charlie. I'm stuck at work this evening, so I'm just by one of the windows. I guess the concrete here is, the concrete and steel is not letting me get to the repeater very well. So hopefully I'm still making it in 100%, but just wanted to get in there and say hello to everyone, and hope everyone's having a great week, and we'll do this again next week. Hopefully everything's going great until we meet again. So V1 GBL, Victor Echo 3, Alpha Charlie, waving a hand and saying 70 degrees.
VE3 Alpha Charlie, VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Frank. Yep, we got everything. There was a little bit of packet loss, but not much. We did get all of that. And you're in the building there, and having trouble getting through the concrete there out to the tower there. But we did pick you up. And we got all of that. So thanks very much for coming in as always. Appreciate it. Have yourself a great week up there in Sudbury, and we'll chat with you there next week for sure. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, we're going to close the net at 8:11. I want to thank everybody for checking into the Maritime Fusion Net there tonight. And hopefully next week you'll check in with Mike, VE9 MTV. We'll be doing the net next week. He'll be doing the bilingual net. So that'll be taking place next Wednesday night there. So check in with Mike, VE9 MTV there next Wednesday night there. So thanks very much for everybody for checking in. And I'll give the little spiel here at the end if I can find my closing arguments here. But let's see. I want to thank all the owners of the repeaters and the nodes who linked in tonight for helping us expand the area for local hams to check in. For more information about the Maritime Fusion Net, go to the Moncton Area ARC website at www.MikeAlphaRomeoCharlie.ca. That's MAARC. And click on Club Activities and Nets. Now that the net is concluded, the CQ Maritime's room is now Juliet Bravo Lima. And thanks again for Robert, VE1 Charlie Alpha, who filled in for the first half of the net there tonight. And hopefully we'll hear everybody again next week. Same time, same channel, all good stuff there for the Maritime Fusion Net. Good night, all.